Regardless of the reasons for an employee's departure, when the last day of the job arrives, it is usually too late to start talking to people about what they can and cannot do. Research shows that employees often make the decision to leave the company up to 90 days after they give notice of their intentions. This means the company's exposure to risk is typically the greatest during that 90-day period before the employee announces their departure. Why? Because it is during this period that employees quietly begin to gather materials they have worked on. They're acting not necessarily with malicious intent, but with the idea they might showcase their work to potential employers and explain what they have accomplished in their previous position. To head off this behavior, it is important that you educate your employees ahead of time. This means the relevant explanations about behavior and expectations relating to the protection of IP should be integrated into the ongoing work environment. If you have established no guidelines regarding this matter within the day-to-day work environment, giving instructions on the last day of work won't be much help. According to the 2022 and 2023 Annual Data Exposure Report by Code 42, there is a 1 in 3 chance that your company will lose some portion of your IP when an employee quits. According to the same report, 3 out of every 4 companies have no idea what or how much sensitive data departing employees take with them to other employers. This is why awareness training is so critical. For these reasons, although it is important to use this opportunity to talk to departing employees, it is more about reminding them of their obligations to the company and less about teaching them what it all means. So what are the best practices when offboarding employees? From our experience, these talks with employees are best handled by one of the founders or by HR in bigger companies. Depending on who briefs the departing employee, here are some steps you can follow. Before the meeting, speak with the departing employee's manager or company CTO to determine whether or not the employee has been exposed to specific trade secrets. If the answer is yes, and they have signed a confirmation, ask to see it. And then during the meeting, remind the employee of their obligations pursuant to any employment agreement they may have signed. For example, their duty to keep any trade secrets confidential. Emphasize in a friendly way the consequences of disclosure. Make it clear that unauthorized disclosure of trade secrets could cause serious damage to the company's reputation and competitiveness and could result in legal action against the employee. Offer support to the departing employee. Ask them whether they have any questions or concerns about their obligations or the protection of trade secrets. Remind them of your company's policies, such as not sharing work-related materials with external parties, etc. You're welcome to download our script in this section, read it and use it every time you offboard an employee to get into the right mindset. Depending on who talks to the departing employees, ask them to watch this video at least once.